wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A first down carry for Henry. A nice little juke. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads.
Yeah.
And you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Got a man. It's Brown. 23 yards on the play.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Suck up for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. That's caught by Howard. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Winston. Looking deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Winston now from the 50. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 33. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Winston. He's got Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Ready, 125. Green, cover thing. Kill. 5-0.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Escaping the pressure right, and that is incomplete here.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. A big gain of 31 on third down.
Watch that in. That is right. That is right. Green, cover thing. Short. Flip it.
From the red zone now, Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Man out. 5 on the 50.
Again, it's Winston. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. This is Henry. Levante David in on the tackle. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 7, Mariota being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
3 down. One. Watch the twist.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. Dancing to his left. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a first down.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Henry looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Levante David. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Titans 14, Buccaneers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe this.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down. Wait. Delta.
To throw is Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Third and long for Winston. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play for the Bucs there on 3rd down. 42 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And it had a little hang time on it. So what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy. Because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There's some trust in there. There's also some hope.
A first down throw for Winston. He completes it to Evans. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
It'll be a minimum pickup, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They'll go again to Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
49 to Mike. Watch the run.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That'll be caught by Jordan Leggett, his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves him out there with another chance.
Hey, I'm coming. 49. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Winston. Flushed out right. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. On 1st down, it's Henry. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Tennessee, the win here means it'll be a 7-1 first half of the season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Tampa Bay, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.